In this video, you will learn how to create and manage quizzes in a Canvas course. To begin, click the Quizzes link in course navigation. Then, click the Add Quiz button. Under the Details tab, give your quiz a name in the quiz name field and add directions, media, and other instructional content using the rich content editor and content selector. In the Options section, as you scroll down, you can select the quiz type, what assignment group it's going to belong in, whether you want to shuffle the answers for each student, and whether you want to set a time limit for this quiz. You can also manage how students interact with this quiz. You can allow multiple attempts, choosing what score to keep, how many attempts they're allowed. You can also see how they view their responses. You can allow them to view them or not, and you can allow them to see the correct answers. If you will let them see their quiz responses, you can let them see them only once. If you let them see the correct answers, you can decide if you want to only show them at a certain time after everyone has taken the quiz. You can choose to show one question at a time and to lock those questions after answering so they can't go back to them. If you want to make sure students only take the quiz in your classroom, you can require an access code where they have to get the code from you before they take the quiz. Filter IP addresses where they can only take it at the building. You can assign the quiz to every person or individual people, and you can set a due date when it's available until when it's no longer available. Again, I choose not to use this one very often. You can also add an additional assignment to assign it to a student separately if they need additional time or you know they're going to be out of town. Maybe they don't get to see the quiz until a later time. And after that, you scroll back up to the top and click the Questions tab. You can add questions to your quiz using the Add New Question, the Add New Question group, or Find Questions button. When you choose Add Question, then you can click the Add New Question button, which I just did. Add a question title if you desire. Select the question type from the drop-down menu, and there are lots of types of questions to add. Type your question and adjust the point value. Type your question and any relevant information or add any media that you would like right here using the Rich Content Editor and Content Selector. Then add possible answers to your answer fields depending on what type of question you asked, making sure that if it's a multiple choice or fill in the blank kind of answer, that you have the correct answer selected. You can include feedback for an answer. So if a student answers a specific way, you can put comments here, letting them know why that answer was correct or why that answer was incorrect. Once you have finished with that question, you can save that question. You can add a question group or find questions. So let's click Add Question Group so we can see what that looks like. If we want to create a question group, we can choose to pick 5 questions, each worth 2 points, and we can link that to a question bank that we've already created. Now, if you have never created a question bank, you'll have to do that first, and we can do that at another time. So I want them to choose 5 questions out of the Bill of Rights quiz, which is 6 questions. I'm going to select that bank. And I won't necessarily know exactly what those questions are, but I'm going to go ahead and call this Bill of Rights group. And I'm going to create that group. So now I have this question and then I have these questions. When I'm ready, I can also find questions from other question banks. So if there's a specific question I know I'm looking for, I can look here in the Revolution quiz and select this question or this question if I'd like, and add them to a question group, or just add them to my test. So if I want to add, make sure I have a Declaration of Independence question, and this is the one, I'm going to add that. And now that's added to my quiz. And when I'm ready, I can save my quiz, or I can save and publish my quiz. It's slow tonight. Now that our quiz is saved, we can preview it so we could see what students will see when they take our quiz. Depending on what we didn't actually write a question here. And so this wants you to type in here another typing question, another typing question. We don't have any of the multiple choice questions. And then for this one, it wants you to write in your own words. So this one should have come up with a text box, but it didn't. So that's something I would have to go back and correct before I gave that to students. So I'm going to keep editing this quiz. And to go up to my questions and edit my questions, I'm going to make sure that this question, when I edit it, is a essay question. So it comes up with a text box for students. And save it. And then when you preview it again, it should work. There we go. There's our editor. Now completed this tutorial video on quizzes. For additional information on this or any other topic about Canvas, you can visit the canvaslmsguides.com, guides.canvaslms.com, or engage with other Canvas users by visiting community.canvaslms.com, or email me at lisaj@usd383.org. Thank you so much.